Here are today's top news happenings and why they matter. South Africa's National Treasury is exploring alternative ways to raise revenue without increasing the value-added tax. President Cyril Ramaphosa has warned that the chances of avoiding a VAT hike are slim. The proposed 1% VAT increase, spread over 2 years, is part of the latest national budget plan aimed at plugging revenue shortfalls, but it's already dividing the ruling coalition, exposing cracks in a delicate political alliance formed after last year's elections. So why does it matter? At the heart of the debate is a difficult question: how to fix South Africa's struggling public finances without pushing more people into poverty. The pro-business Democratic Alliance has come out strongly against the VAT increase, arguing it would disproportionately hurt the country's poorest citizens who already faced high unemployment and soaring living costs. But is there another way? Experts and civil society groups are now urging the Treasury to consider progressive tax options such as wealth taxes, closing tax loopholes, or tightening expenditure rather than shifting the burden to consumers. What's at stake? The VAT standoff is more than just a policy disagreement. It's a test on the strength and viability of South Africa's coalition government. President Ramaphosa says his party will reflect on the GNU matter and come up with a way forward.
The National Executive Committee is the one that is going to discuss precisely what the ANC now needs to do as we deal with these challenges where a number of parties, particularly also parties that are part of the GNU at national level, have voted against the budget.
Uganda is planning a major shake-up of its gambling and betting industry. Starting in the 2025-2026 financial year, all payouts from gaming, betting and casino outlets will be processed through a central system managed by the Bank of Uganda. Now, the new regulation is part of the Tax Procedures Code, Amendment Bill 2025, currently under review by Parliament's Finance Committee. If passed, the legislation will also link all betting transactions to the Uganda Revenue Authority's electronic notice system to enhance oversight and tax compliance. Why this matters? DW's Frank Yiga tells us more.
Lucy, for the government, the move is about tightening tax collection and combating a long-standing challenge, say revenue leakage from the rapidly growing gambling industry. Gaming and betting have become a multi-billion shilling business in Uganda. The Finance Ministry says linking payouts to the central bank will help ensure every transaction is visible, traceable and taxed accordingly. But there are concerns from operators and players. Players, especially casual bettors and low-income earners, worry that the changes could make betting less accessible and government monitoring could erode trust and participation in a sector seen as a popular form of recreation or quick income. Let's listen to some of them.
Well, it might be a good move, but how best will it be? Because first and foremost, the clients might not have freedom giving their details out, or perhaps their privacy is going to be invaded.
The money that we win and they tax it, then that means I literally am not going to be getting what I've been getting. Government can come up with so many excuses saying they want to monitor. How are you going to monitor something that you've never created?
And finally, US President Donald Trump has defended sweeping tariffs on imports that sent shockwaves through global stock markets, saying sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something. So how is the medicine being dealt with? In a surprising move, President Emmerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe announced a suspension of all tariffs on US imports, describing it as a gesture to expand American imports and foster future trade. But this has been greeted by criticism by Zimbabweans who call the decision short-sighted and reactionary. Was your country part of the reciprocal tariffs by the US government? What do you think would be a constructive approach in dealing with the tariff wars? And that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel DW Africa. Leave some comments below as well. I'm Lucy Riley.